And Ronaldo Julien wearing the blue tape, while Mohammad Khan will be wearing the red.
Look at this.
And now the fighters show respect, touch gloves, and we're underway. And a lot of speed here. We got used to seeing the big guys as a big right hand just misses for Khan.
Oh, nice fast shot, fast shot. He's in on his hips.
Very well-timed level
Beautiful
change.
defense, beautiful defense. So right now he wants to spread his base out. He wants to push his head.
And Ronaldo Julien did mention that he wanted to possibly rely on some of his wrestling credentials. He was a high school wrestler. Showed some good takedown defense there, but Khan is able to get him to the ground and tie the legs.
He can use that overhook to get up, wall walk. He does not want to let Mohammad Khan pin his shoulders to the mat.
And Khan looking to pass now. It looks like he's in the half guard and trying to step over into mount. Julien doing a good job to retain his guard.
Again, this is a novice rules fight. New York does not allow punches to the head in novice rules, so there will be no strikes to the head on the ground in novice rules.
Shot to the body lands there for Khan. Looking to do some work as he's advancing position here. And Julien is looking to, it appears, establish his back along the fence and wall walk, as you mentioned, Chris.
He's trying to use that underhook to wall walk.
Khan now stuffing the head.
Good hips on Khan. You see how he's pressing his hips against Ronaldo Julien's hips. It makes it harder to wall walk.
Excellent pressure exerted there, and now looking to work a little bit lower is Khan.
I like his head position too. I think head position is something lost a lot in MMA at this level. It's definitely an underutilized tool.
Especially along the fence. That can be the difference between getting up or being kept on the ground.
Exactly.
As we see Khan utilizing that excellent head position to remain on top here. We're coming up on the 1 minute mark of the very first round.
Kind of Khabib-esque locking, triangle locking his feet. Very smart by Khan. And this is very taxing on Ronaldo Julien.
For sure. To try to get up while a guy is riding on you like this, I mean, you watch Khan, and he really is almost identically employing the school of Khabib wrestling tactics here, tying up the legs, getting the proper head position across the shoulder, and maintaining his position.
Yep, having your opponent look away with your head position is very, very important and underutilized. Ooh,
Two big knees to the body, and then a left hand and a right.
Nice counter hook from Ronaldo Julien, and he's up.
And now Julien back to his feet where he wants to be, throws a spinning side kick to the body there. Really nice technique from Julien.
You got to keep his hand up, though. Ronaldo Julien's looking for that beautiful, clean jab.
Really nice jab landed there. Ronaldo missed with the comeback with the right hand, but his demeanor is much different than it was at the beginning of the fight as we see Khan shoot in on a single leg, now pressing Ronaldo Julien back into the cage. Julien landing some body shots. And the round is over as Khan was in the process of landing a double leg takedown. So looking at that round, it looked like Khan certainly got the better of the action. He spent most of the round on top, but Julien is game. He got back to his feet and threw some shots back. What did you see there, Chris?
Yeah, I'm definitely going to give that to Khan. One thing that I want to comment on that I love seeing is the setup of the level change into the shot. So, he wasn't coming from a linear perspective. He was lowering his hip level, and that is huge when you're making an intelligent entryway.
Certainly. I mean, everything about his takedowns so far have been extremely technical. Like you mentioned, getting the hips down like that, he seems to be timing them very well. And he's also not shooting straight on. He's cutting an angle and giving Julien less support to lean on as he's being taken down. So fighters getting some coaching in each of their corners here as we get ready for the second round. And you mentioned that being on the bottom and trying to get up for so long might have worn on Julien a little bit. Will be interesting to see how he comes out, if his cardio is at all affected to start this second round.
Yes. A little bit of a shin pad adjustment.
And it looks to be corrected now.
I mean, I get fighter safety with the shin pads, don't get me wrong, but I definitely feel it puts a grappler at a disadvantage using shin pads.
And how would you say that is, though?
I mean, the shot, you have more friction on the shot.
Right, it must be easier to get a grip on the calf when you have a cloth to grab onto.
Exactly.
And now Julien moving forward and appearing to press the action. Lands a couple
of
good shots there. And now Khan shooting almost out of desperation, but he's in deep.
Yep, he is. Those body shots, too. I mean, let's not sleep on those. Those are painful.
They certainly are. And, you're stuck against the fence there. You want to take every opportunity you can to land some shots if you're Julien here. As
trying
he gets
to cross face and peel. Smart move.
Khan is able to land that takedown, and Julien is looking to get the crossface to get back up. His back is up against the cage here, but the legs are tied again.
Yeah, his corner is yelling at him, crossface, crossface. He needs to push that head. He needs to push that head down, get it past his knees, stand up, and get his legs out.
And Julien certainly getting the better of the striking action, it would appear so far. He's landed the cleaner shots, at least in the second round.
Seems like Khan does not want anything to do with the striking exchanges.
As he shouldn't, because he's been dominating on the ground so far, and he's continuing to do that here, it looks like, as we get under the 2-minute mark of the second round. Khan certainly content to stay here and land some body shots.
Julien intelligently cranking on that crossface across the nose. That is painful, and it can mess up a grappler's game.
That's the thing. I mean, if you're having trouble getting up, at the very least, you want to make it uncomfortable for the guy who's on top of you, right?
Absolutely.
And Julien is able to work back to his feet by walking up the wall.
He's digging his elbow in. Julien's digging his elbow in. Trying to get that cross face and peel an arm off. We got to be careful on that post. Hey, beautiful.
Just lifting up and slamming him is Khan there.
Beautiful execution by Khan.
Great execution and excellent body strength shown there, too, to be able to lift his opponent up off the canvas. Now stepping over.
He's got that hook in. He can use that, elevate the hips, and kick him away.
Khan really trying to make it uncomfortable there. It looks like he had his knee on Julien's belly for a second.
You hear Khan's corner tell him hips in, hips in. Very important to pass those knees. If he gets that butterfly hook in, he can elevate and eventually get out.
And now working into side control, almost side saddle.
Yeah, he's trying for scarf hold.
There it is, isolating the arm, looking to work into crucifix.
Crucifix. This is a problem for Ronaldo Julien right now.
But it looks like he's trying to slip out the back. What pressure on top there from Khan.
I just want to comment, these guys are 0-0 fighters, and you see the intellect and the technical savvy going into these grappling exchanges. I mean, this is truly the next level in mixed martial arts. You're seeing an evolution here. 10 years ago, you didn't see these type of grappling exchanges happening at this level. And
it's so interesting that you should make that point, because until you had said that, I had lost sight of the fact that these are debuting fighters. They are. They don't look that way. And the guys coming up now are just different. Everybody does everything, and everyone watches on TV and can get some strategy out of that. They can learn from the guys who are professionals. A lot of them are training with professionals. So it's the game has changed here.
The game has changed. The game has evolved.
We end the second round once again with Khan on top there, and if you're in Ronaldo Julien's corner, you're probably telling him he needs a finish here, correct?
It's pressure. It's pressure, but it's intelligent pressure. If I'm his corner, I'm telling him you need to lower your base and you need to flash that uppercut. Mohammad Khan, he keeps on shooting in. He keeps on shooting doubles. He keeps on shooting signals. You need to lower your base. You need to flash that uppercut. He needs to be worried that when he does shoot in, he's going to be met with a hard strike.
Absolutely, and you mentioned it, dropping your hips a little bit there can kind of serve two purposes for Julien. One puts him in a better position to defend the takedown, but it will also allow him to sit down on these power shots that he's been throwing.
Exactly, and you get more power out of your punches. The downside is you're opened up for head kicks. There is some downside, but you can really see Mohammad Khan's game plan here. I mean, last 2 rounds, it's grapple, grapple, grapple. Certainly,
and at least as from what we've seen so far, you wouldn't necessarily be expecting that head kick from Khan in return if Julien were to lower his level there.
For me in his corner, it's lower your level and flash that uppercut, even if he doesn't throw it.
And now getting ready for the third and final round. Both fighters looking fresh, too. The conditioning has been impressive on both sides.
See, Ronaldo is standing a little bit too tall for me, At this point, he's a grappler, so it's lower your base, widen your base.
Missed on a big front kick there, did Julien. Really looking to push the pressure. He'll throw that side body kick again. And Khan.
Got to pump that jab out, too. Beautiful. Julien has to pump that jab. He has to throttle Khan back.
And he does appear to have Khan moving backwards here. Both guys missed with big right overhands there.
If that would have connected, we would have been our announcer would have been in the cage.
Yeah, I almost saw that in slow motion in one of those mutual knockouts. That could have been crazy. But again, power coming back on both sides here. Julien misses with another right hand, looking to push the pressure.
And I think Khan is he's kind of trying to dial in his striking now, and I don't think that's the key to success.
No, if you're in Khan's corner, you would think that you'd want him to shoot in for another takedown and remain safe here.
Entry. That's exactly. I mean, he has 2 rounds in the bag, so there's that. That's a factor.
He could also be looking to prove something too.
Exactly.
Julien with a low kick there.
Nice chop. I'd like him to set that low kick up. I mean, it's there, you know.
And that's kind of the thing you see with Julien. He has so much power, and the combinations are great, but you want to see him set a couple of more traps to get those going and get Khan to kind of fall into them.
The intelligent striker uses a jab, you know. Beautiful shot by Khan.
There is that shot. And it looks like he's going to be able to finish this, but Julien looking to work up here. Now getting into his guard is Khan, and the takedown is completed. Khan is back on top here with 1:14 left to work.
Intelligent on Julien to lock up guard, though. There was a scissor sweep there, but definitely intelligent for him to lock up guard because, you know, you don't want to attempt a scissor sweep, get past, and expose your back.
Most certainly, and some advanced grappling exchanges we're already getting to see here between a couple of the different fights. Obviously, we had an omoplata in that last fight from Wujek.
Yeah, I mean, that's just not a submission you see every day.
No, especially not at the heavyweight level. And Khan looking to work here. Again, 40 seconds remaining in the final round. Julien retaining his guard here, and now looking to work for an armbar.
He doesn't have it, elbows out.
And a good attempt there, but Khan is wise to it and able to work out, now landing body shots and looking to advance position.
Khan is stacking right now, trying to press those knees together and pass.
Just 20 seconds left in this fight.
I mean, just heart by both of these guys, 0-0 fighters, and you know, it looks like these guys have 5 fights each.
Exactly. As we were mentioning before, these guys really do look much more experienced than debuting fighters. We now have 5 seconds left in the fight, but it really does speak to the level of mixed martial arts that we're getting to see both at today's event and on Long Island in general now. The fight has come to an end now, and you got to be feeling good if you're in Khan's corner, but nothing to be ashamed of if you're in Julien's corner.
Absolutely not. These guys came out like warriors. They let it all hang out. You know, this is the amateurs. This is where you learn lessons. You know, this is where you file the edges and make sure that your game is top-notch by the time you turn pros. So, you know, I feel grateful that we're able to provide such a platform for these guys.
Certainly, and I think they appreciate it as well. I think Julien is going to look to take some lessons from this fight and possibly work on them. And Khan as well, obviously, both guys very young in their careers. But, you know, I don't think anybody loses out with this showing. I think they both showed some very good skills, and they showed a lot of promise and potential. So, very, very bright futures here for both fighters.
It's just lessons. That's all it is, just lessons.
So this fight has gone to the cards. The official decision is with Steve Mason. We'll send it back into the cage.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for your winner by unanimous decision and fighting out of the red corner, Mohammad Khan.
So Mohammad Khan is in fact the winner.
I think we all saw that coming, but again, nothing against Ronaldo Julien. He put up a hell of a fight and nothing to be ashamed of.
Certainly did, and both guys with some things to build on, some things to be happy about going forward here.
100%.